Greetings and welcome to this first episode of UC Weekly News. You may have noticed there have been a few changes around here since I spoke with you the last time, but those are stories for another day. We're not going to get into this now. Today, I really want to share with you my deep appreciation for the terrific folks at AV Nation, AV Nation TV, and the IMCCA that have agreed to support the kind of honest UC and collaboration news that come directly from me in a no BS format. We're now going to be on the AV Nation and IMCCA social media channels going forward, so you'll have to do some effort there looking for us. And I'm not sure if we're actually going to get a new show out to you every week, but at this point, I think we're going to try. So we'll challenge me on that and see how well I do. If you really do want to know what's going on in this space, what new stuff works, and what new stuff is terrible, which is something I'm able to say now, I'm going to make an effort to inform you weekly, just like I've been doing for a couple of years now. My first guest on my first show doing this is my friend and industry colleague, Tom Arbuthnot. Tom, say hi to everybody. Tell everyone who you are and what you do.
Yeah, hey David, thanks for having me on the first show. Excited to be on. I'm Tom Arbuthnot. I run a company called Empowering.Cloud, and we focus on Microsoft UC, Microsoft Teams, Microsoft 365. Been in that space for way too long now, about 11 or 12 years.
Well, that's a lot of Microsoft in one sentence. That's really interesting. And coincidentally, we're just about up on Microsoft Ignite this week, aren't we?
Yeah, yeah. So there's a lot coming in Microsoft Ignite. Obviously, we're pre-show at the moment, but unsurprisingly, there'll be a load of AI, a load of Copilot. There'll also be some Microsoft Teams news. So I'll be doing a massive debrief on that after the show and putting all the news together.
In my AI Friday column, which if you're not following it on LinkedIn, you should be following me on LinkedIn. I was talking about the rise of Skynet this week between the announcement of a Copilot being GA, which we're going to talk about, and also there was an announcement from Mr. Musk about his Grok, and IBM was in the news with some of the things they're doing. So, is this the week we look back at and look at the machines rising and taking over, or do you think we're just going to kind of yawn and keep moving forward from here?
I don't know. I mean, it feels like a point in time, but also if you follow the AI news, there's some big AI announcement every single week. Some big vendor is doing another thing. I think we'll look back on this year as the year it went from like an obscure to a reality. But I also think we're at the top of the hype cycle at the moment. Like everything is going to change the world every single day. And I think we're somewhere in the middle. Like I do think AI will have a huge impact, but like everything else in technology, we're at the top of the hype cycle. It will get released. It will get better and better and better. And in a few years, I think we'll be like, oh, it's the normal thing. It's not a feature anymore. It's just part of every single product.
Yeah, so one of my blogs over the summer, I had a great cartoon that I made of a little kid up on a ladder at a blackboard, scratching out the word metaverse and writing in the word AI. Because honestly, I think that all the people that are just on the hype trains, jump from that word to this new word. But there is some quality and some value, as it's coming out. We've all started to see little bits of it. Obviously, a lot of people are using it at this point and feel very strongly about it. How is the GA release from Copilot going, in your opinion?
Yeah, so I think that chalkboard thing is a good example. We always have an industry term that's the current hype. I think the difference here is real normal people are proactively trying to use this tool. Like ChatGPT, people are going out and hunting it out to use it. So I think we're seeing some adoption. So as you say, Microsoft GA'd their Microsoft 365 Copilot. So Microsoft used Copilot as a family brand name for pretty much anything AI. So they intermix it, but there is a specific Copilot that works in Teams, in Outlook, in Excel, in PowerPoint, the Office suite. That's Microsoft 365 Copilot. It's been in early access for a few months to enterprise customers, and now it's available, but critically, only enterprise general availability. So it's enterprise customers with a direct commercial relationship with Microsoft buying into 300 seats plus. So it's not like the typical general availability of I can go buy a single seat on the portal yet. It's for enterprise. The enterprise I work with, most of them are buying some seats just to check it out, to test it. None of them want to be left behind on this kind of AI cycle. Doesn't mean they're buying tens of thousands of seats. It means they're trying it out at the moment.
I've seen some complaints about that. That some people were saying online, not me, Not my opinion, but I'm asking your opinion of it. That some people have said, look, if the thing wasn't really going to be ready, why did we make so much noise about it being ready when you really can't get it unless you're this very small, narrow user band?
Yeah, there's definitely some frustration there. Everyone wants their hands on this. Microsoft have been doing a great job of riding the media cycle of like, this is going to be amazing, it's going to be great. And they've never really used this term enterprise general availability. I mean, general availability kind of by definition of the term implies ready for everybody. Enterprise general availability is kind of a mixed terminology there. So yeah, look out Ignite, look out for later this year. Absolutely on some timeline, this will be available to other Microsoft 365 users. There's some technical reasons that might be Microsoft want to start with the enterprise because there's an overhead on spinning this up. You need a lot of data. But definitely, I've seen the same thing online. There's lots of small and medium and smaller businesses that would absolutely love to take advantage of this, and at the moment they can't. It's enterprise.
All right, so let's certainly go on record that we love the machines and we love our new Skynet overlords, and we're the good guys, and we won't have any problems with that. Do we expect any other news other than AI everywhere coming out of the Microsoft event this week?
I mean, I think that's the top thing. We'll definitely see some feature news for all the product suites. So this Microsoft Ignite show is not just Teams, it's the whole Microsoft suite. But undoubtedly, Microsoft are making an incredibly aggressive pivot to AI. It's not just a rebranding. Like internally, lots of the teams now are focused on AI and AI products. Everybody is putting AI into their sub products in Microsoft. So, the different product teams. So I think it will be 90-10 towards AI in everything and 10% other news probably.
I've also seen some comments online, which I will share without attributing to them anybody, that the analyst community is a little bit upset that they're not getting as much direct feedback at this event. That there weren't a lot of analysts invited to it, and everybody's kind of connecting in remotely still. Is that something that you feel or that you've heard? Again, not putting you on the spot, but is that a problem that Microsoft needs to address?
Yeah, I don't know. It's interesting. I mean, obviously, I kind of live in a strange world of I'm a Microsoft partner and I'm an MVP, and I'm kind of in that analyst world a little bit as well. I've never really seen how Microsoft treat like just analysts, if you know what I mean. I'm fortunate to have different relationships. I definitely think there's an interesting dynamic around very, very big companies and analysts and how they look after them, how much value they put in their opinion. I think it just varies from company to company, to be honest.
Oh, absolutely. There have been some very interesting, pictures of junkets recently, where some analysts have had some really awesome times, and then there's just the occasions where you get to have access to the executives and ask them pointed questions.
Yeah, I think there's huge value in that, and like that's the real thing. Is like it's lovely to go on nice trips, and I've seen the same pictures. Sometimes I wish I was more multi-vendor than just Microsoft. But like I think access is really interesting, and getting to share opinions. Like any company that's prepared to give time to analysts or and customers as well, and I think there's huge value on both sides of the fence for that.
So when the Microsoft event is over this week, what is the next thing on your calendar? Anything big coming up for you in the UK, or are you looking at ISE in Barcelona?
Yeah, so definitely ISE. Before that, we've got Cavell's event in London. So they do Cavell Enable, and that's a kind of UCAS focused industry event. So I've got a panel there. I'm doing actually an enterprise feedback panel. So we've got four enterprise customers coming on, and we're just gonna have an open conversation about UCAS decisions and how it's really going, very real world. We have the Microsoft UC User Group London straight after that on the 28th of November as well. And then yeah, the next big show will be ISE and then Enterprise Connect.
It sounds like a pretty full calendar going all the way throughout
It's
to March.
all it's yeah, it's all go. Yeah. It's been a busy kind of end of year as well. So yeah, after the November show, December goes quiet, and then we're all go again for January.
Let's thank God for a quiet December. I will be at CES as well
Oh
in
yeah, that's a
first week of
huge one, isn't
January.
it?
I was very honored to be one of the judges this year. It was over which shoulder? I can never get the pointer. There it is. One of the innovation awards. And then I'm not sure if I'm going to be in Barcelona this year with a number of the circumstances up in the air, but I will certainly see you at Enterprise Connect. And if not before, then we'll definitely share a pint somewhere.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. If Enterprise Connect, if not before, definitely.
So where can someone get in touch with you if they would like to reach out to you?
Yeah, so I'm pretty active on LinkedIn, so you can find me there. The Empowering Cloud website is empowering.cloud, and there's 150 community videos from various community experts. We have 28 people contributing there. So if you're into Teams or Microsoft UC or Microsoft 365, there should be something valuable for you there as well.
That's very appreciated, and get that right, because I've gotten it wrong before and I've talked about it before. It's not empoweringcloud.com, it's empowering.cloud.
Yeah, that's right. Although we've grown up now and stumped up for empoweringcloud.com, so that will redirect to empowering.cloud, but it is empowering.cloud.
Terrific. Well, I'm looking forward to that change, and change seems to be the order of the day. Thank you very much for watching the first of this new changed show. You can watch it, as I said, every week on the AV Nation channels and on the IMCCA channels, on all the social media channels. And if you ever want to reach me, I'm very simply at my name, david@danto.com. Thanks very much for watching, and hopefully we'll see you next week.